All right, now we're going to exfoliate Alan's heels and try to get as much of the toe callus and foot callus that we can. We're going to smooth it. We're going to really refinish it. We're not going to try to take off years of calluses in one treatment, but you could do this definitely once a week if you have a hard callusing on feet for the clients. Have them come in once a week for a while until it gets under control, and then you can kind of do maintenance along every 2 to 4 weeks with the same treatment again. We have the BFF and we have our Buff Smooth exfoliation sheet. We've cleaned up his feet a little bit and they're now dry and clean. He was a little sweaty, he was a little hot here today. And so we're going to take our Buff Smooth sticker, a fresh one. We're going to stick it right in the center again. So one thing I haven't gone over is this is a 6-inch foam disc. And when we first came out, we actually had a 6-inch sticker. And what happened was we were getting more of those cutting issues because it would be off, if it was slightly off center, it's going off the edge. So what I did was I redesigned it and made it about 5.5 inches. So you always have a little bit of an edge of that foam. So you get less cutting and less mistakes. So I'm going to hop down here. We're going to get on a close-up on his foot. If you can actually sort of flex your foot. Yeah, exactly. So the challenge with a 6-inch flat disc that you can't use the edge on and a foot is that you've got lots of curves. You can't see as much from here, but you've got curves in the instep and the arch, and around the toes you can't really go in between toes at all because you run the risk of cutting another toe. So what we're going to try to do is do our best on a large scale. This is faster just by virtue of the size and the speed and this pad compared to most small sort of what you'd work the toes with, but this is great for like a large flat surface. It'll save you time, and it really comes on literally on the heels of a full body treatment. So at the end of it, you've done the arms, legs, buttocks, stomach, back if they wanted it, and you're going to now offer to do their heel calluses and as many of these as you can safely get up on the upper part of the foot. So again, we're going to have it on a high speed. We've got clean, dry legs. I'm going to check in. Alan, does this hurt at all? Any pain? Okay. Does it vaguely feel good?
It does. So, very relaxing.
All right, cool. And so we're working. Now here, you've got vibration that's sort of, it's pulsating, so there is a movement in between this surface and the skin. So it releases some of the air, right, which would cause a lot of friction. But I learned this the hard way when I was first doing my own big toe callus, and I sat it on there and it built so much friction in a short amount of time that it was it kind of gave me a quick burn sensation. So what I'm doing is just letting the pad come off of the skin. I'm just doing like a half second at a time and working around the different areas of the heel. Now in the instep, I'm being more careful. Again, I'm not edging up, but I'm putting just at the edge of this flat disc using maybe about 1 inch or 2 of that surface area. Again, with this, you typically want to wear a mask because you'll get a lot of dead skin cells in the air. On the side. So runners, women wearing heels, this is a very common problem. People have beat up feet in general, but the calluses there's more and more calluses, especially with all the fitness stuff going on that people are tending to, marathon runs, high fashion, low comfort shoes. So this is a great extension of the service that you're providing for your clients. Is this okay? Is everything feeling okay?
Feels very nice.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna come around here. So I've pretty much done the heel as much as I'd want to do in one day. Okay. Now I'm gonna get up into the pad of the foot. Now he's got a pretty exposed pad, so I'm not gonna have any problem getting up in the pad, but I'm being careful not to catch an edge on that toe. So I'm really watching what I'm doing here. I've got perfect control of this machine, and you'll see that all those dead skin cells are coming off, and actually this is smooth to the touch, whereas before it was pretty rough. I am gonna get on the pad, the toe pad, big toe pad. Again, not more than 1 second or 2 of actually holding it in one spot. Now at the end of this, we're going to give him an awesome 1 or 2 minute foot massage with the shea butter, because we're following up with that as well. So that's where I can really actually massage into the foot and give him a nice little mini massage. So you saw his foot kind of jumped there, which means I must have hit a little bit of an edge, or no? Maybe a tickle, a bit of tickle. All right, so I'm not gonna approach these toes, but the big toe on the outside, I can definitely access. And I'm gonna hold the toe steady, make sure not to buff my fingers. And holding that toe steady will keep him from having any pain or a little too much vibration on the toe at one time. Now if you look at this pad, I'm pretty much finished right here. I'm just gonna do a quick touch up. If you look at this pad, much more white, much more dead skin cells than when we were doing Morgan's legs or the arms. Okay, so we've got quite a bit going on there. Now I'm gonna switch out my pad. So I've got blue lotion mitt again. Actually, I want to wipe this down real quick before I go further. Get all the dead skin cells. Okay, and I'll keep this for after the treatment. Apply my lotion mitt very carefully. And I'm actually going to use both body butters during this treatment. So first, I'm going to use the cocoa chocolate booty body butter. Again, more absorbing. It's got a little bit of filtered water. I really want to feed his heels, and I'm going to use a little bit more since he had pretty beat up heels, a lot of calluses. I'm going to use a little bit more than I'd use for the legs and arms. And spread it first. This is where either the tickle attack or a nice gentle foot massage feels all right. Okay. So now I can edge up into the spine of his foot a little bit on a 30-45 degree angle. I'm going to make sure to get all the areas of his foot. And I'm going to explain. I'm not going to be able to fix you in one day, this callus, but with regular treatment, you'll have really nice, soft, healthy feet. If you come in about once every 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks to start with, you'll get into manageable calluses. Now, just about a minute of another quarter teaspoon or so of shea and cocoa butter. I'm sorry, the shea body butter cream. Again, that's this item. All right, so a little bit more. And here we'll give him some on the top of the foot just as a massage, moisturize his feet on the top. So this is going to feel amazing for your clients. I recommend doing this, especially the shea butter and the massage part post pedicure. It fits with the nail pedicures and manicures really well to be able to add this service to your spa, because you've got a quick, low-cost, feel-good treatment that fits in between existing treatments, doesn't really compete with your existing treatments. And we'll talk more about that in the video as well. So now, let's take a look, if you will, Alan. Put your other foot up so we can get a nice close-up on the before and after. And if you could flex your feet, that'd be great. So you can see much healthier, and to the touch, feel that, if you don't mind. Yeah, so it's super, super smooth. Now down here, he's got a lot of cracking, and I would actually want him to come back in a week. You can go as much as every 3 days or so on this. Or if he has something at home, if you sell it to him at home, he can do this at home as often as, once a day for the first part. Once he gets kind of cleaned up and healed up, then he could just do it once as part of, every 2 to 4 weeks. So there you have it, heel calluses, nice smooth feet. We haven't fixed him, but we've sure given him much smoother skin, and he's feeling great.